Okay, folks. Okay, hold on. My paper just went flying. Okay, 101. Oh, okay, here we go. Hello, hello. Yes, I am outside and I'm hoping internet connection holds up. It is early in the day. Um, I look a mess. I didn't even have time to put makeup on. Didn't do anything with my hair because I have been busy all morning. I do want to check one thing here. I did receive one payment from Jennifer Hootneck. You have to let me know who you are. Okay, yes, just one payment came in. Thank you, Radicar. But my bangs are like, they want to curl and everything. I even blow dry them, tried to blow dry them straight, but it's like they want to curl, curl, curl. Anyhow, Radicar, after the live on Wednesday night, Clyde made a payment for 3 readings. One for himself, I think one for Hell on Heels, and one for you. So, Radicar, you got the choice of waiting till Wednesday for a general reading from me, or you can have a past life reading today. Which it's your choice. And I need to know who Jennifer Hootneck is. Because she is on my list. She paid a little bit ago for her past life reading. Okay, we got Joanne Bobbitt after Jennifer. She just paid. Okay. Okay, so I want to kind of give a rundown of some things here. After your reading, this is only good for today only, and those who pay for an actual tarot reading today is going to have the option of an add-on, which would be a full past life regression. It is a meditation. It's not, I don't really call it hypnosis, but it's borderline meditation hypnosis. Okay. And that will be done via Zoom. I set up the appointment and then a discussion afterwards. Okay. About it. It is a $200 value on its own, this meditation, that I am cutting the price half off. So if you are happy with your tarot reading and you want to dig deeper into your past life, then you can do the add-on for an additional $100 and we will schedule the appointment. So that is 50% off today only. Okay. Okay, Radicar. If you don't mind, I want to get to the other people first, and then we will do yours. Okay. So if Jennifer is here, she was the first one to pay today. I would like you to acknowledge that you are here. And what took me so long is that right before I was getting ready to go live, the mailman came with yet another new deck that I had purchased. I purchased 2 decks this week. I've been using the other one, and then I just got in today the Wheel of the Year. So that is the deck I'm going to be using. I don't buy decks often. Last month it was a couple Oracle decks I had gotten. This month it is a couple tarot decks. That is my bad. Next to smoking, buying tarot decks is one of my obsessions. Tell me I'm starting to buffer. Okay. How's that? Okay. I really want to do this outside. Yes, please, Divine. No buffering. If this keeps up, I may have to take everything inside. Just bear with me a minute. I am going to take everything back inside. A little bit rough. Hold that thought. Okay. Yeah, I'm not taking a chance here. I wonder if I could get in there in the house with my coffee too. See that? Can I do this without spilling? Okay, I didn't think this through. I have a door to open. Okay. Sorry about this, folks. I thought I could do this outside. I probably should have just went live on my iPad, because I think my iPad, for some reason, iPad and my iPhone, I don't have this buffering problem when I'm outside. Okay. Just a second. You're going to see my ugly background because I'm not trying to go over to that other table. Or maybe I should. What the hell? Okay. Get a couple things out of the way. Okay. Okay. Laura Knowles is also on the list. Just bear with me. I gotta write your name down. Okay, I think I'm just about situated. Okay, so Laura Knowles is on the list now too. So I got my cards. I got my list. I'm set up inside. Okay. Oh, shit. Paper towel, paper towel, paper towel. Not good. Not good. Oh, it's not bad. But minor coffee spill. Okay. Now, I just need to get everything set up right here. That's good enough. Okay, I welcome everybody and thank you for everybody who is purchased this. Now, I am going to recap a little bit for anybody that is purchased a tarot reading today. Again, if you want to dig deeper after your tarot reading, I am offering a 50% off on the actual past life regression, which would be done via Zoom meeting. The past life regression is an hour-long meditation that will take you through step by step, backwards in time, to a past life that is relevant to you, that is affecting you at your current moment. Okay. Typically, that past life regression on its own is a $200 reading, a $200 session, but 50% off after your reading. After this, if you want to dive deeper, 50% off, an add-on $100, and we will schedule an appointment to do the regression. Okay. Crystal, use your grandmother's. Okay, Crystal. I am assuming. Okay, Crystal, I think you were Bobbitt. Okay. Christal, Crystal. Okay. Missed you too, Laura. Sure, that's no problem, Crystal. Did we ever hear from Jennifer Hootnick? Okay. I will do hers at if she shows up, then I'll add her back in. She did pay. But at the end, when I'm done with everybody that's paid and I do yours, Radikar, then I'll do hers at the very, very end. So in case she emails me, I gotta tell her hers is at the very end. I just will have to try to remember a timestamp for her. That's all. Okay. Okay, so we are going to start with you, Crystal. Okay. Now I also need to say that when we do past lives, when we reincarnate from lifetime to lifetime, our gender can change. We could be a male in one lifetime, another male in the next lifetime, and then a female. So our gender can change because our soul itself has no gender. It is neither female nor male. It is a soul, an entity. Okay. So we choose when we go to incarnate, before we incarnate, we choose if we're going to be male or female. Okay. I do want to put that out there right off the bat. Okay. So I am going to shuffle up. This is part of the reason why I was like to begin with, trying to get this new deck all shuffled. This is the Wheel of the Year Tarot that I'm using. And the Oracle deck I'll be using is from Doreen Virtue. I've had it in my collection probably 10 years. It's her past life Oracle deck. These are the back. Oh, my hand's in the way. These are the backs of these cards. Beautiful deck. It's a shame that Doreen Virtue quit producing decks. Not to down Christianity, but she got blinders on since finding Christianity and was told that what she was doing was evil. And so I don't see how working with angels and stuff is evil, but that's just my opinion. Anyhow. Okay. I'm going to first lay out. Okay. The first part of your reading is we're going to identify what gender you were in the life that is affecting you most in your current moments, in your current situations. Okay, this is not telling me the gender, but it is telling me with the Wheel of Fortune that it was a turning point. So whatever, I'm hearing wagon wheel. So it was probably during colonial times. Okay, female. Okay. There was 4 of Cups. You were female in that past lifetime. And the energy that I pick up from that lifetime is dissatisfaction, boredom, discontent. And you were waiting for some kind of destiny, some kind of change. Okay. Whether that you are still doing that or not, You know your situation, you know where you are in life. But you were a female. So a female who was looking out at the world. You figure before automobiles and stuff like that, it was I keep seeing, I think the wheel of fortune is representing a wagon wheel. That's the first thing I got. So I'm feeling like, and I'm hearing from spirit late 1700s, early 1800s. Okay. Um and I'm hearing a visionary. So you might have been a visionary, a woman evolved beyond her time. When women were supposed to be silent, quiet, take care of the household, you had higher aspirations in this past life. Okay? Um, and we're going to and the next card is going to be about your family situation, and I will get clarifiers after I get the main spread out. Your family situation. Big changes around your family situation with the death card. I'm hearing that you passed before your time. I think you passed at a young age. But there was, whoa, no, I stand corrected. No, spirit is, my guides are correcting me. Your family situation had ended. Your family, wow, you suffered loss. Your family was killed. And we have Knight of Chalices here. Your family situation was very loving, very tight, very close. Okay. I'm feeling newlyweds. And I'm feeling that newlywed, a new connection, very, very young couple. Your husband may have gone off into battle. I'm seeing Native American. I'm seeing Indians with all this war paint. So he may have been killed by an Indian tribe. Okay. Okay. What type of personality did you have? I'm feeling like it's very ambitious, but let's take a look here. Wow, okay. We've got the Two of Wands here. And with that Two of Wands, you were very generous, very helping. You wanted to do things. Okay. Planning, you were a planner. You were a deep thinker. You had a lot of aspirations. Like I said, you were a visionary. Very loving, very intuitive person. Very nurturing, very motherly. I'm hearing 2 children. And you were always out in the garden or out in the fields. You were an overworker. You weren't afraid to get your hands dirty. And you would help your husband out in the fields. But it's almost like I'm feeling that, okay, Spirit's showing me a lot of herbs and you grinding up herbs Like maybe you were a medicine woman type person, a healer. Okay. So you were, I feel like you were a healer. And the turning point of this past life, there was a turn, where things turned. Okay. Any major changes that may have occurred. Let's see what that, we're going to see what these two cards are. Justice and Ten of Wands, crossed by the Ten of Wands. So there was a turning point where, like I said, you were very overworked, very burdened. I feel that okay, Spirit is telling me that you had to take over for your husband. Your husband was killed in battle and you were overworked. And there was a turning point where there might have been some legal issues or something with the law that turned things, that caused a burden. Now, and when I get the next couple cards, then we'll figure out how this is resonating with you now. I get the sense you're still a workaholic even in this lifetime. And how you responded to this turning point. You fought back. It was a struggle. It was a battle. What Spirit is showing me is maybe you had to battle for your land. Fighting for the land that you lived on, that you provided for you and your children. It was a conflict. But you fought hard and you fought back. And the life lesson in this, wow. King of Swords. The life lesson was about being decisive, being strategic, planning, okay, analyzing. In this past life, you gained a lot of experience dealing with courts and laws. I do feel that there was an issue that may have dealt with money and dealing with your land, possibly owing money to the government. And then how's this influencing your current life? King of Chalices. Okay. What I'm feeling here is that you went through a lot of hard times. And I feel the experience, the battle that you were dealing with in the past and losing your husband and being left with two small children to feed and all the trouble with the land and somebody trying to take your land from you, because I'm hearing that they felt a woman should not be working the land. A woman should not be a landowner. May have made you a little bit hard. Okay. Exterior hard. You kind of lost some of that nurturing because of disappointment and pain that you had gone through. But I feel in this lifetime, you've learned compassion upon people. I'm going to get a clarifier for that. Five of chalices. This is about when things happen, about, okay, what I'm hearing is this is about looking at the glass, the lesson being when you see a glass, take my coffee cup for instance, looking at it as half full, not half empty. Okay? Because I feel you went through something very traumatic in this past life. You had a lot of losses. And it may have made you doubt life. It may have, like, losing hope, losing faith, looking at the negative, waiting for the next shoe to drop. If that is making sense. Crystal, is this making any sense about what I'm saying about, maybe the way that your approach to life events in this life was your lesson? Learning to be more soft and more compassionate towards yourself and more loving towards yourself. And when things seem to be going south, not looking at the negative end of things, but looking at things on what do I have to learn from this experience? What, how you handle loss and disappointment. And I'm also hearing not dropping the self-blame. Some feedback, Crystal. I'm getting some more cards for this current life on the lessons and what messages that Spirit has for you. I will continue on, though. So, we have the Fool card as part of your life lessons, stating that the need to be open to new experiences, to having trust and faith, being in control, and having some firm boundaries. Being very cautious, slow, and steady wins the race, not rushing into things. Releasing the past. Your children mean the world to you. And enjoying life. Exploring your options. Manifesting. there are so many cups here with your life lessons. It's about love, and I feel it's about self-love. Okay? A lot of self-love and understanding patience. Dealing with loss was a big lesson. And survival. Okay, I am going to pull the cards from the Oracle. And see if there's any additional insights. Wars and battles. This is confirmation, Crystal. You know how I was saying I felt your husband was killed in a battle. Okay, colonial times, I saw wagon wheels. The wagon wheels could have been part of like a cannon even. Okay, he may have been even killed by a cannon. Health. Okay, yeah, his health suffered because of wars and battles. Food and hunger. You know, I mentioned that you had to live off the land to try to survive and provide for your children when your husband passed. And there was a lot of struggles there. There were people trying to take from you, take your land. This is all confirmation here. And I feel like with this life, you may be even Celtic. You know, this is talking to me about religion, about your healing capabilities. I feel very strongly lessons and blessings. You had a lot of lessons from this past life that are carrying over into this life. Well, yes, that is part of what you did in this past life. Okay, you lost your father at the age of 7. In your previous life, you had lost your husband. Okay. And what I'm feeling here, what my guides are telling me is your husband from colonial times and your father in this lifetime were the same soul. It was like a soul contract between the two of you. A soul, yes, I'm going to say it, soulmate. Soulmates are not always romantic. I feel you had a soulmate connection with him. He was your husband in one life and your father in this life. Okay. And there was a life lesson learned about that. And I feel it was about survival, taking care of yourself, not relying on other people, and about independence. And I am hearing standing up for yourself. I feel that is what you were meant to learn. Okay. Now, the oracle cards I drew were just confirming everything that I had said before about being a healer with the Celtic spirituality healing. I said, because I did see that you were grinding up herbs in the garden, and distributing them. So you were some kind of herbalist or herbal healer. Okay. And health, which makes total sense also with health. you were a healer of with people's ailments, but you were dealing with some hunger, some food issues, living off the land. Leo Queen, if you would like to do Cash App instead, you could do that. Anyhow, but Crystal, that's kind of the message that I have for you about about following your life path, that you're on the right path. Okay. Yeah, this kind of seems to be following you, Crystal. But I feel like a lot of it is survival skills, and a lot of it is not just healing others, but healing self. Now, that kind of concludes your reading here, Crystal. And like I said before, anybody that purchases the reading has the option with the add-on to actually do the past life meditation. That is a private session on Zoom. Anybody that wants to purchase that after the reading, it's for today only, $100 off. Just send $100 to my PayPal as the add-on. It's normally $200 for just the meditation, but 50% off today for those that purchase this reading. And then we will set up an appointment. It's an hour-long meditation, and then there'll be a discussion afterwards. Okay. But I feel, Crystal, that there's some kind of parallel lives here, within your family. So I'm just saying, it just feels like a parallel life to me. Ah, gotcha. Okay, so Crystal is done. So we're going to do Laura next. I just need to get a sip of my coffee. Okay, Laura. How are you today, Laura, my dear sweet soul? Still at work? Okay, I hear you. I know you're across the pond from me. I think you're about 5 hours ahead of me or something like that. Okay. Okay, Laura, we're going to go ahead and dig into your reading. Okay, we're going to find out what gender you were. And as I mentioned in the beginning, from one incarnation to another, we can change genders. We could be a male in one lifetime and be a female in the next, because our souls themselves have no gender. Okay, we're going to see who you were in a past life. Okay, you were a male. Okay, but he did come up in the reverse. So, Laura, this is going to be interesting. In the reverse, this is somebody who's very cut off from their world. This is somebody who is, I almost hear the miser. You ruled with an iron fist is what I'm hearing. Okay, we'll dig in further into that. But you were definitely a male figure, somebody in power. Okay. I will check on that in a little bit, Leo Queen, when I'm done with Laura. Okay. And your family situation. Ace of Wands is talking to me about being a loner. Okay. In this past life, you might have been a loner. You had a lot of aspirations, very creative. Two of Cups in the reverse. I feel that you stayed single. And if you did get into relationships, they did not last. Okay. I could almost feel where your life lessons are coming into play in this reading. I don't feel that I don't even think you ever married in this life, in this past life. Okay. Okay, we're going to dig into this type of person. I already have a little bit of an idea of the personality that you had, but for some reason, you were a loner in this past life. And I think this past life goes back to swords, daggers, 1300s, 1400s, something like that. I'm feeling. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. You were definitely a loner. Your personality type is you did not work with people very well. You did things on your own. It's almost like in that lifetime, it was things will not be done properly unless I do them myself. But yet you were an open book. The High Priestess in the reverse. In this past life that we were referring to, you did not trust your intuition. It was like non-existent. You made all the decisions you made in that life were logically based, not intuitively. You never trusted your intuition. It had to be black and white for you to decide something. I already see where this is going. I feel like part of your life lesson was trusting intuition, trusting your gut, not over analyzing. But we will get to that. We will see. Okay. The turning point in this lifetime, something that changed. This could have been about your death, but Queen of Chalices in the reverse. Okay, a loss of a mother is what I heard. And a lack of intuition, again, a lack of spirituality. But the turning point, I feel, that made you who you were in that lifetime was something happened to your mother. Queen of Wands. Yeah, you got two queens here. I feel that the loss of your mother by the hand of another female. Oh my gosh. So in this past lifetime that you were a man, you had issues with women. Okay. You had a complex about women. Yes, for today only, Crystal. Yeah, you had a real issue with women. And that is why you came back in this lifetime as a woman. Okay? Because you had to learn what it was like to be a woman. I think your soul is primarily masculine, but you had to switch roles for this particular lifetime. Okay. Now, we're going to dig into the how you responded to this turning point. This turning point, this loss of your mother. I think that your mother was taken away because of a ruthless woman. Okay. Spirit is showing me your mother being kidnapped, brutally raped, murdered because of a falling out with a sister. Thank you, Spirit. With a sister of hers. A lot of jealousy between her and a sister. Okay. How you reacted to it with the Nine of Wands. You put up this block, okay? Blocking everybody out. You did not take your chance on love. And I am hearing that you were pretty young, maybe 14 or 15 years old when this happened to your mother. And that caused you to put a block up and to be very defensive where it came to women. That caused you to harden your heart and be very hard and cold. Okay? Maybe even mean and manipulative because you had this hatred for women. And even now in this lifetime, Laura, you don't trust women. You don't trust men either, but you don't trust women either because they could be catty, more or less. And your life lesson, here, let's see. 8 of Wands. Your life lesson was to move forward and to move beyond this, to open up to communications. Yeah, you've been stabbed in the back by a couple times. Yes, I believe that. But your lesson was, right. So that trust issue is carrying over into this lifetime that you're living right now. Okay? You definitely have blockages. And this is about overcoming the trust issues. You are, and I do feel about being more cautious, but still being open at the same time, if that makes sense. I feel that there is a need for balance. Okay? I'm going to draw another card on that. Why is this 8 of Wands here about this balance and communications? 4 of Swords. Okay, being open to healing. This is about putting the past to rest. Okay, there we are. Putting the past to rest, letting it go. That was your lesson. You were stabbed in the back as that male. You lost your mother. You were hurt by women. In this lifetime, stabbed in the back again by women, but this time you are a woman. Your soul has issues with the feminine, divine feminine, or feminine energy to begin with. And there is something there that you need to heal within yourself. There is needing to learn to put the past behind, letting the past die, and moving on, not blocking love out. Okay? And how this lesson is affecting your current life. Yeah, you're back. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the 10 of Swords showed up about now. But how it's affecting your current life. The Devil in the reverse. Okay. It's affecting you in that you have this issue about negative thought processes. You have an issue about, again, looking at the glass as being half empty instead of half full. Self-doubt and fear. But with it coming out in the reverse, this is overcoming those fears, overcoming those blocks that held you back, overcoming the negativity that you had experienced. Okay? That's where the balance is coming in, Laura. Okay, about finding the balance between being cautious, being investigative, but not being closed. Okay, not being too standoffish is what I'm hearing. Okay, and what you can do to honor this past life is Queen of Swords energy. That is the patient, the queen. How you find that balance in honoring this past life? Okay, that's fine, Laura. I'll continue on and you can finish watching this later. Okay, anyhow, about how you honor your past life is through the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords energy is speaking to me about finding that balance, being logical with your dealings with people, and not allowing your emotions to take over. But at the same time, the water, queens are water. So we have water and air here. Being logical, but in a soft sense. Being understanding and seeing things with clarity. Patience. Okay. And and how you can use this, and using your wisdom, and how you can use this wisdom, Laura, is not juggling, being decisive, and we have balance. You know, using this wise wisdom of what you've learned in these life lessons and finding that balance of being patient, being understanding, being loving, but yet not being a doormat, being investigative, seeing things with clarity, checking people out before you trust them, brings about this sense of balance. And a snapshot at this lifetime that you're currently living. Seven of Wands. You're still on the defensive, but I think you're more wiser. This is you've learned to stand up for yourself and to stand up for what you believe in. Okay. And I'm going to get a couple oracle cards for you, and then we will call this a read. And then I will have to check on Leo Queen's payment. The arts. Laura, holy cow. In this past life, in this past lifetime, you were very much into the arts, very much maybe an entertainer, into music, which kind of makes sense, kind of entertaining, being on the road, not getting involved too much, doing things by yourself. But you did find pleasure in music. Male, female at odds. This is confirming. You were a male and you were at odds. You're back towards female. You were turning your back on females. You wanted nothing to do with women. You were doing things on your own. This is just, these oracles are just about confirmation here. Celtic age. Okay, you got the Celtic card too. But this is not representing healing, but this is representing a time frame. Remember when I was talking about the swords? You yielding a sword, being in the time of, you know, before, I mean, this was Europe. This was in Europe. This lifetime took place in Europe. And this was before anybody settled in the colonies. So we're talking 1300s probably. Early Celtic times. And you were very much into art, probably music. And you were doing things alone, going on the road alone, maybe even traveling. And this occurred after you had lost your mother. And after that, you wanted nothing to do with women. But that's what I have for you, Laura. Forgiveness was under the deck. This is a lesson, learning to forgive. And look at this ship. Ancient colonial times. Okay, this is all confirmation of the time frame. Spirits on it. Okay. So that was Laura. Oops, I dropped my pen. But I got another one here. I'm not picking that one up right now. Where's my paper? Okay, Laura. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up my cards and check on Leo Queen. Okay. And get another sip of coffee. Okay, just okay, I need to check to see. Give me a minute. Okay. Leo Queen, did you do that through... A second here. Okay, let me see here. Just give me a second. I am not seeing... How did you pay Leo Queen? Because I'm not seeing it in Cash App. And I'm not seeing it in PayPal. Her other name. Okay, I'm lost here. Jennifer. Jennifer is get other name. Her. Okay, I don't understand what you mean. Her other name. What is her other name? Leo Queen, are you Jennifer? Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Duh. Blonde. I'm a blonde. Okay. Okay, Leo Queen, Jennifer, I will I hate to do this. Can you hang on for 5 minutes or so? I gotta go powder my nose. Okay, I need to actually go to the bathroom. I don't think we have 2 Jennifers. I don't think. Okay, hold on. While she does that, I need to visit the ladies' room. Okay, sorry about that. Had to go to the ladies' room. Cash App at 11:19. Okay. Let me take a look here. Yep, there. I think it's there. Okay. I think. Oh, wait. There. Okay, there it is. Okay, we might have two Jennifers here. Yep, definitely. Okay. Yeah, there are two Jennifers. You were right, Radikar. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Whoops. Okay, we are set. Yeah, first Jennifer is missing. Okay. Now. Okay. I got to get shuffled up here for you, Leo Queen. For those of you that were just joining, I do have a special going on. Anybody that purchases this $25 reading also has the option for an add-on for $100 versus which is 50% off for a full past life regression. It's an hour-long meditation and then discussing the past life afterwards. Okay, like a consultation. If you want to do a deeper dive than just the tarot. Typically, that past life regression would be a $200 value, but 50% off today only if you feel that you want to do a deeper dive. Okay. Okay, Leo Queen. I want to get these cards shuffled while I'm at it. I am also considering doing a group session of past life meditation in a group setting on Zoom for a fee. That will be announced later on. Okay. I had the past life meditation professionally recorded, so it is a really good one. Okay, anyhow. Is that right, Leo Queen? Okay. Okay, Leo Queen, we are going to get into your cards here. Okay, we're going to start out with what gender were you? As I was telling everybody else, when our souls have no gender. So we could be a female in one life, female in the next life, male in the next life. Our gender can change from life to life because our souls have no gender themselves. It's just what type of physical body we want to incarnate in. Ooh, okay. Your card just flew right out of the deck. Okay, you got Six of Swords energy. I pick up male. Kind of funny. Laura was a male also. You were a young male in the past life. Okay, somebody who traveled. You were a traveler. I'm hearing a drifter, moving from place to place. Okay. And your family situation. You got the stars in the reverse. Your family situation. Okay, what I'm getting here is that in this past life, you had a lot of dreams, a lot of hope, a lot of things that you wanted to accomplish. And you wanted to travel. You wanted to see things. You were very young, very enthusiastic. You were very constantly on the move. But I feel that with your hopes and dreams, your family situation, family disapproved and tried to hold you back. They may have held you back early on in life from doing what from following your passions. Okay. I'm feeling like there was a lot of disharmony within your family life. And I'm not feeling that this goes ancient times either. This could have been turn of the century, as far as turn of the century as in from the 1800s to the 1900s. Okay. Somewhere around that turn of the century, somewhere around 1900 is what I'm feeling. And the type of person, your personality from this past life. You were the type of person that did not think things through before acting, with a judgment in the reverse. Poor judgment calls, poor decision making, which kind of makes sense as to why your family doubted your dreams. They saw them as impractical. They saw them as, maybe even a little loopy, a little bit nutty. Okay. That's what way your family viewed it. And you were not at the best of making decisions. You may have been somebody that had trouble making a decision. Somebody who yeah, I just keep hearing bad decisions. Okay. And I feel like that this may be part of your life lesson in this lifetime. Okay. Now we'll see what changed. What was a major turning point in this past life? If there was some kind of event that was a turning point. Temperance in the reverse, lack of patience, imbalance, may even have been the Lover's card. The turning point was somebody, a soulmate or karmic connection came into your life that changed everything. Okay. This is the central key points of this past life. So the background deals with your family not approving of your lifestyle and making bad choices and decisions, holding you back. This card actually originally came up in the reverse, but I turned it upright. But I feel that because I felt that there were delays in you chasing your dreams. But I feel like the turning point was a bad decision in love, is what I'm hearing, in your choice of partners. Your choice of partner may have been like a gypsy style type person that did not meet the expectations of your family. Okay. And how you responded to this change. Strength reversed. A lack of resistance. I feel you deep down in this past life, your soul knew that the decision you were making regarding your romantic relationships was a bad one, but you couldn't resist. This is about not attracting the wrong type of partners that you could not resist. Whoever this was that you were attracting was somebody that was beautiful, who was charismatic, sensual, smell good, look good, the whole 9 yards. Served as a temptation. And I'm hearing she may have even have been married. Okay. She lived life by the seat of her panties, because back this time, I think a lot of the women, they still wore dresses versus pants, jeans, whatever. But she was really a fly-by-night, a really free spirit. But I feel Spirit is showing me that the biggest disapproval of this with the family, and I'm also hearing even with the community, was I feel this woman was already attached and married. I'm hearing that this woman's husband was away. I want to get a clarification on this. The Empress in the reverse, yes. She was very sensual, very open with her sexuality, which was very frowned upon in those times. She was loose as a goose, okay? And I think that's where the disapproval came in. You move place to place now. Well, that's one of the energies that's carried over from this past lifetime. So you just have to take what I'm telling you from your previous lifetime, what's carrying over into this lifetime, and you kind of get a sense of where your lessons are. And the life lesson in all of this Seven of Wands. So your life lesson comes about perseverance, progression, moving forward, and acting with integrity, which I feel you do, Leo Queen, but being very strong and standing up for your beliefs, okay? Because I feel that by having this protection barrier around you, standing up for your belief system, acting with integrity, was the lesson, because in this past life, you got yourself really entangled. Well, you got yourself entangled in a love triangle. And moving from place to place, couldn't get settled. And how is it affecting your current life situation, your current life that you are living? Okay, I got two cards coming out here. We have the High Priestess. And we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so how it's affecting you now is, I'm hearing meditation. I'm hearing not ignoring that gut feeling. Because as I said, you weren't trusting your intuition in your past life. You were going with what felt good, not trusting that gut feeling. As I mentioned before, I felt in this past life when you were getting involved with this married woman, you kind of felt something was off, kind of knew that it was wrong, but you did it anyhow. And this is about following divine guidance, learning to follow divine guidance, accepting the lessons and that you came to earth in this life to learn. And I'm hearing healing. Leo Queen, Spirit is showing me that maybe you have been cheated on. Please confirm that. Have you been cheated on? Because I'm hearing there was a karmic lesson in this life. Okay, and I'm going to continue on. I'll wait your response also about if you've ever been cheated on. But how you honor this current life is we do have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is talking about communications, new starts, being practical, learning. I feel like that there is still some kind of blockage with learning something, learning skills or communications. I'm hearing journaling. There you go. Maybe you've tried journaling and you haven't been consistent with it. And Spirit is saying this card needs to be turned upright, and you need to be a little bit more consistent with journaling your experiences. A narcissist. Okay. Well, that was a life lesson because you got involved with a married woman and without regards to how her husband would feel about things. Because her husband was very hurt, and there was a karmic lesson that you had to experience that in this lifetime. So, the man that you got involved with, okay, the man you got involved with you were meant to be involved with, that narcissist, because there was a lesson to be learned from that. Okay. More or less like your soul needing to learn what it was like to go through that and feel that. But as I was saying, honoring that past life by journaling, keeping notes. You may want to go back and re-watch this reading later and take some notes on it. And you can gain the wisdom that you learned from this, from your life lessons, will bring you victory in some of your problems that you're facing in this life. Okay? Victory and crowning. Honoring that past life and journaling helps you move forward, gain wisdom and experience and recognition. I'm hearing you will be thought of as an expert in knowing how to handle things. And in this lifetime, King of Swords in the reverse is telling me that this life was about you dealing with that narcissist. It's funny you said you dealt with a narcissist, because the King in the reverse has many meanings. Sometimes it's somebody who's indecisive, who can't think clearly. But in most cases, this reminds me of the narcissist. Okay? And that was what your lesson, how this life, the snapshot is you were dealing with the narcissist, but gaining victory over that, gaining victory over the pain that that person caused you, learning that your soul, learning that lesson, and being able to put it to rest and heal from that situation. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and get 3 oracle cards for you. They could either be confirmation or add-ons to this reading. Could add something or confirm. Let's see what comes up here for you. Farmland, horses, horseback, traveling. Okay. You may have grew up on a farm. Okay. I'm getting messages, downloads from the universe. You grew up on a farm. Your family expected you to take over that farm and take care of that farm, but you wanted to travel abroad. Okay? Orphaned. So, you know, with this star in the reverse, your disapproval of your family, I feel as though because you did not want to take over the farm and farm the land and take care of the land and be stuck at home, you wanted to travel abroad, so your family may have disowned you. You may have went through life feeling alone and trying to get attention wherever you could in that life, which makes sense that even though one woman that was willing to give you as a masculine attention, even though she was married, it was attention, even though it was negative attention because it was, because she was already married, but it was attention you weren't getting from your family. Transportation. And look at that. That is a old time train. Early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s. That is confirming the time period that I felt from the beginning of this reading. And traveling. This is confirmation. Spirit's on it. Persecution underneath the deck. So you were persecuted by your family, disowned because you did not want to stay home and help farm the land. So, well, that's what this reading is about, to try to give you a snapshot of the lessons you needed to learn. It is your soul lesson and how to make wiser decisions. Okay. I'm not trying to push you for this, Leo Queen, but I would highly recommend the actual transgression through the meditation. Actually, me taking you going through my meditation, and going back. It is designed, like I said, I had it. It's pre-recorded. I play it and then we discuss it because I needed professional quality. So, going through my meditation, it is a past life regression to dig deeper into this. But there are things about dealing with orphan, being alone, being abandoned. I feel that you, in this life, you have abandonment issues that need to be healed. But like I said, for the actual regression, it's typically $200. But today, since you purchase this reading, there's 50% off for an additional $100. And we set it up. It's a private. It's not done on YouTube. It's privately done through Zoom. Okay. So for another $100, you can get that either through PayPal or Cash App. You can get through, I will schedule an appointment within the next week to get you through this full transgression. You're tired. You want to give up, but that's the point. Okay. That the Four of Swords is talking about being tired and wanting to give up, taking a time out, resting, recuperating. So I do feel you need more than just this. This is to give you the snapshot of the past life that is affecting you and why it's affecting you. So there's definitely issues from your past life that's carried over into this life that needs to be addressed. If you don't want to go through the transgression, you could book a private reading with me, my half-hour sessions or my 1-hour session readings to dig into this current life and your situations. That is on my website. Typically, my half-hour session would be $65, but today you could book it for $50. Okay? $50 for a half-hour session with me of a regular tarot reading, not a past life regression. And we could take a look at your current life and situations. It'd be kind of like a tarot coaching session. My hour session is usually $125, but that would be, so for you today, Leo Queen, if you wanted a regular tarot session, $50 for a half hour, $100 for an hour. It's good for today only. Okay, so Leo Queen is done. Where's my pen? Okay. Yes, if Jennifer's still, the other Jennifer is still not here, I'm going to move on to Radikar. Unless I get interrupted because I hear my son on the phone. He might be being called to work. I don't know. See, what time is it? Okay, it's going on 1 o'clock. It's been 2 hours already. Wow. Get cried out, Leo Queen. Crying can be healthy, actually. Okay, Radikar, we're going to get into your past life now. Because next to Jennifer, you're the only other one. Okay, Radikar. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to start with your gender. Okay, Radikar, you were a female. You also got the 4 of Cups. Okay, you were a female who I'm hearing was afraid to step outside their comfort zone, but yet not happy in their comfort zone either. Okay, why weren't you not happy? There's a sense of discontentment in this past life. I'm not getting a time frame yet. I'm not getting an era. I'm sure that will come about. Not happy, but living within the confinements of your 4 walls, limiting yourself. The Emperor in the reverse. Okay, that makes total sense because you had a very dominant male over you. Okay, time frame is coming to me. I'm hearing Rome. Okay. I'm hearing Rome, Radikar. Roman times, not exactly. Okay, I'm like not exactly what century, but it was Rome. Okay. And you had somebody over you that was very domineering, very powerful, Radikar, that kind of had the attitude that woman's place was in the home. A woman didn't venture out. A woman did not take control. So that's where your discontentment with your soul was. And your family situation was very much living under somebody's laws and regulations. It may have even have been law of the land, I'm hearing. Law of the land about the women staying at home. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Yes, you had absolutely no say-so in your future. You felt defenseless. 9 of Swords in the reverse. But you knew that worrying about it would get you nowhere. So you were kind of like complacent in a way, accepting where you were, even if it wasn't where you wanted to be and it wasn't what made you happy. So you were definitely under somebody's rule, and I feel it was the law of the land of Rome that you had to keep quiet. There was no way you stood up for your beliefs, or you stood up to your husband. No way. So you kind of just, I feel that you may have worried about it, thought about things, contemplated things, but decided the risk was too great, and you felt there was nothing you could do about it. Okay. Okay, the type of personality, my dear. Type of personality that you had. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. You were very stable, very secure, very practical. You lived a life of luxury, actually, Radikar. So maybe I feel that's part of the reason why you felt, okay, this emperor who was domineering and controlling, very narcissistic. You were acceptant because he took care of you financially. Your background was you didn't stand up to him. He was somebody very powerful and very wealthy. And I feel your personality was about, you took care of the home, you were nurturing, very practical, you were beautiful, well refined. You may even been part of royalty. Okay, I'm feeling you might have been part of royalty. No wonder the law of the land was coming up. Ace of Wands. And I could say, even though he was a narcissist, things were hot and steamy in the bedroom. Just saying. So it wasn't like you were totally without, but you weren't permitted to think for yourself. You weren't permitted to venture out. You had to follow the laws of the land and follow his rule. You were part of royalty, and he expected a lot of sex. I'm going to plain out say that. And the turning point, or what caused all the turning point, was, okay, 9 of chalices in the reverse. You knew, okay, this was not your wish fulfillment. And I feel that you weren't getting exactly what you wanted. Whoa. Radikar. I think you took the rank. This is a Chariot. Okay. I think that there was a turning point in which you took control and decided you were following your hopes and your dreams, and you may have left this man. Be interesting to look at Roman history of any wives that left their husbands in nobility, whether this was in royalty, whether this was a king or a princess leaving a prince, or somebody of nobility, a wife leaving her husband to follow her dreams. So I think that would be something for you to research in Roman times. Okay. So I think that there was definitely a turn. 2 of Pentacles, which brought peace and harmony and balance to your life. Ooh, you not only did you leave, you took off with some money too. You made sure you had a stash of gold coins, a stash of gold before you left. Okay, Spirit is really talking. And that person of nobility, that person of royalty, not only did you leave him, but you left with some of his gold. He still had plenty to go around. You didn't take everything, but you took enough to take care of yourself. And he pursued you hot and heavy. I'm seeing 2 children. I think you had a couple children with him. Okay? You took your children and went on your own to take care of yourself and your children. You took enough gold to take care of yourself for quite a while. And then he went after you hot and heavy. I feel like that maybe you were on the run. Six of coins in the reverse. That's about being breadcrumb. It's about theft. But not okay. A lack of balance and no give and take. Okay. He took care of you financially, but nothing else. There was still this lack there, this imbalance in power. And what you're carrying over from the past life is whoever you were dealing with in this lifetime as well. Their soul, they feel you owe them. I don't know if you know who that is or not, but in this lifetime, they feel you owe them something. Okay. There seems to be somebody that was in your life in this lifetime that was very vengeful, very take, and not giving. And how it affect your life, this life, is we have the 3 of Swords in the reverse. But I feel somebody in this life caused you a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, Radikar. And you have been spending this life in healing. And I feel that it's still affecting you now because there is a fear in this lifetime of trusting anybody or getting involved with anybody. Okay, that's how this is affecting. And I think that that's your life lesson, healing. So your soul is spending this particular lifetime healing this situation that stemmed back from this previous life. Because whoever this emperor is in the reverse was somebody you also encountered in this life. Looking for revenge, taking from you, his taking back what he felt you stole from him. That's what this was about. Okay. How can you honor this past life and the lessons? I'm hearing being grateful, but why? Okay, Knight of Chalice in the reverse. You know, I'm hearing not being too giving. Because you are a very giving person, a very open-hearted person. Very loving. Willing to give the shirt off your back. But at the same time, it left you open to be taken advantage of. And I feel that you need to take care of you. It's about taking care of yourself and not allowing others to take advantage of you. And the wisdom that you can use from this, Eight of Swords, not getting too caught up in your head, not overthinking this, not overanalyzing. Okay, I just got a payment. Okay, okay. I will get with you, Leo Queen, to schedule your private reading. Anyhow, Radikar, about not overthinking things. And the snapshot of this life. Letting go of the past. Six of Cups in the reverse. I don't know if an ex keeps on trying to come around. You can let me know. Yeah, this is not being specific on careers. I think this is more about your soul journey. Okay. This is not talking about careers here, Radikar. This is your soul journey, a life lesson that you had to learn with somebody from your past. And I don't know if this person is still trying to bother you, still trying to come around. Okay. And trying to pull on your heartstrings, and they kind of want to try to weasel their way back into your life. And I feel like this is about truly shutting that door. You could tell me all day long that you've shut that door, but I feel that door, there's a crack in it still that they're trying to slip through. You need to slam that door, lock it, and throw away the key. And I think that's your lesson. You need to do some, I'm hearing cord cutting rituals to cut the cords with this person. They are toxic. Okay. Let's go ahead and get your oracle cards. Okay, if they will stay in my hand, your energy is very strong, Radikar. The cards, the whole entire fucking deck almost fell on the ground. Okay, so because cards do not want to stay in my hand. It's like so much energy here. I think so far all these readings have been very, very revealing. And people get, I think everybody so far, correct me if I'm wrong, if those are still watching, gained insights already into their current life and how their past life is affecting them. And that's what the whole purpose of these readings are, to gain insights into the past life and that light bulb going on saying, oh, I dealt with this before. Now I need to come up with a way to break the chain. Radikar, you're not going to fucking believe this. You know when I said Roman times, what does that card say? That is confirmation. Roman. We have chariot. When you think of Roman times, you think of chariots, right? As confirming this was Roman times. Trees. I feel that nature is where you find tranquility. And even back then, you found peace and tranquility in nature. And forests. I'm hearing when you ran from this emperor, or that you may have ran into the trees, hid in the wilderness. Wow. With your children. Unrequited love. So this is telling me this was like a one-way, this was a loveless relationship. With this emperor, he was about the sex, the physicality, and about control. And your energy was not being happy in that connection, but I'm hearing arranged. I'm hearing that was not a love connection at all. It was an arranged marriage, and you are not happy. There was no love there. Okay. In this lifetime with this person, I feel it was one-sided. In the past life, there was no love, period. Not on your side, not on his side. He was about the sex and control. You just were going with the flow because he provided the security, and it was what society expected of you. And I think part of it was also out of fearing this emperor. But in this lifetime, I honestly feel that you loved that man, that you loved that ex, but it was unrequited. He did not show it or return it back to you. Okay. And again, I'm getting the cord cutting. Okay. So that's your reading, Radikar. Thank you. You're welcome, dear Radikar. I love you too. I just need to check something here. And I also want to add, if you received a reading from me today, if you don't mind hopping over to my website at www.mysticjen.com, I have a link there in the menu that says testimonials. It would be great if you left a testimonial. Yes, she did book one, yes. Um, www.mysticjen.com. It's also in the description box of the video, of every single video of mine. Yes, please. Leo Queen, what time zone are you in? Because while you're here, I might as well just get you scheduled in for your reading. And what will happen is I'll get you scheduled in, and I will send you a link. There'll be a Zoom link with the password. Central. Okay, so you're an hour behind me. Morning, afternoon, or evenings? What's best for you? Anytime? Okay. Wednesdays, I'm pretty busy, tied up. Okay, I'm looking here. Morning? Okay, how about Thursday morning? This coming Thursday morning. Okay. 11 a.m. my time, 10 a.m. your time. Does that work? Okay. This weekend, look for an email from me that will give you the link for your Zoom session and the password. Oh, you're quite welcome, Leo Queen. And Radikar, I did figure out there was only one Jennifer. After I went through everything, there was only one Jennifer, which was Leo Queen. So I don't have a... Okay, great, Leo Queen. Because I do all my sessions via Zoom. So I am done with my paid readings for today. Unless anybody else wants to step up to the plate and purchase one. So we've got 5 people watching. Okay. Okay. I love you too, Leo Queen. I don't say it enough, and I need to say it more of how grateful I am to Spirit, to all my subscribers for drawing everybody to me, for calling people to me. I love what I do. I love helping people. Love helping souls find their way, find their path. I don't think my subscribers enough. I got to start doing that, because if it wouldn't be for people like you, Radikar, and you, Leo Queen, and Clyde, and Hell on Heels, and Momsies when she comes, Colleen, all of them, my whole crew, my whole supporters, Rock That Body, everybody. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here doing this still. There are so many times where I wanted to give up and not even do the YouTube thing anymore. But I keep plugging away, keep plugging away, keep plugging away. I'm not as big as the Empress Soul Source. I'm not as big as some of the others. You know, but I'm chugging along. I'm getting there. Thank you, Leo Queen. Thank you, Ranny. Okay. That is amazing journey. I agree with you, Radikar. Have everybody, all these people. Some of you have been with me from the very beginning. Some of you joined me like a year ago or so. I know Radikar. I don't know how long you've been with me. Maybe 2 years. I know it's been over a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. Whenever you found me through Soul Source. Light and love, Leo Queen. So I just hope that Spirit keeps on blessing me as I try to bless others. I do feel very blessed. I am in a completely different place than I was 3 years ago. And I've done a lot of growing over the past 3 years through the experiences that I've gone through myself. And I feel that when I started my channel in 2017, when I really started working at it, I wasn't in a place of, I think I had to experience true heartbreak and pain myself to understand and be empathetic in because I deal with so many people daily that are going through things that I went through. And I think that's one of my lessons I learned in this life, that I had to go through that heartbreak to learn how to handle it and help others work their way through it as well. And as a result, and I had to work my way through that before my channel could really start growing. It's been in the past year that things have really been picking up. Trying to see what that notification was. That was Outlook. Okay. Leo Queen, you can do it. You can put anything, you could do anything that you put your mind to. Determination, faith, positive thinking. Anyhow, with that said, it is 1:30 in the afternoon. I am fucking starving. Yes, getting out of your head, that is key. I'm starving. My belly is grumbling, grumbling, grumbling. I had a small bowl of cereal early this morning and just coffee since then. Nap time. There you go, Leo Queen. So I am going to go ahead and end this live. I've only been on for over 2 hours, almost 2.5. So thank you, Leo Queen. I've lost about 83 pounds. Yeah, I got these wings. This is what I can't stand. I don't know who that is. So they could leave a voicemail. West Alexandria. I have no idea who that is. Anyhow, yeah, about 83 pounds so far. I've got about 16 more pounds to go to be where I was in high school. So, anyhow, I love you all. I thank you, everybody, for joining me today and hope it's helped. And I love you all and have a great day.